biker dad visited his daughter's school. What he found made 300 riders surround the building. The morning sun cast long shadows over the quiet streets of Cedar Ridge as Jake Roar Malone revved his Harley down Main Street. Leather vest, beard streaked with silver, and eyes that had seen too much, but softened every time he thought of his little girl, Lily. He hadn't planned to visit her school that day, but last night, over a late-night phone call, Lily's voice had trembled. "Daddy, it's nothing, really." But Jake knew better. He'd been nothing for too long, until Lily came into his life and gave him a reason to change. So he showed up unannounced, boots crunching on gravel as he walked towards Cedar Ridge Elementary. What he saw shattered him. Through the classroom window, his daughter sat alone at her desk, head down, shoulders slumped. Around her, kids whispered and pointed. A crumpled drawing lay on the floor near her feet. On it, a crayon sketch of a man on a motorcycle with the words, "My hero, Daddy," scrawled in wobbly letters. Someone had scribbled "Jailbird" over it in thick red marker. Jake's fists clenched. His past, years lost to prison, addiction, regret, was supposed to stay buried. He turned his life around, found steady work, joined a writer's support group, even started mentoring at-risk teens. But someone had dug it up and weaponized it against his 8-year-old. He walked straight into the principal's office, not with anger, but with pain in his voice. "My daughter is being bullied because of who I used to be. Is this how your school protects kids?" The principal stammered excuses, budget cuts, understaffing, kids will be kids. That's when Jake made a call. Not to a lawyer, not to the news. He called them, his brothers, his sisters, the Iron Hearts Motorcycle Club, 300 souls who'd walked through fire and emerged stronger, men and women who understood second chances because they'd lived them. "Meet me at Lily's school," he said. "We ride for her." Within 2 hours, the roar began. One by one, then by the dozens, then by the hundreds, Harleys, Triumphs, custom choppers rolled into Cedar Ridge. Leather and denim, patches that read "Redeemed," "Guardian," "Family First." They parked silently, respectfully, but their presence shook the ground. They didn't yell, they didn't threaten. They surrounded the school, 300 strong, in a ring of unwavering love. Teachers peered through blinds. Students pressed their faces to windows. Bullies shrank in their seats. And in the center of it all stood Jake, holding Lily's hand. She looked up at him, tears in her eyes. "Why are they here, Daddy?" He said, "Because you matter, baby. And so do I. Not because of where I've been, but because of who we're becoming." The principal came outside, pale-faced. "This is unprecedented." Jake stepped forward. "My daughter's worth more than a classroom taunt. She's worth 100 bikes, 1,000. You teach kids to read and write, but who teaches them kindness?" Then something unexpected happened. One teacher began to clap. Then another. A student joined in. Soon, the whole school, staff, kids, even a few parents who'd shown up, were applauding. But the bikers didn't cheer back. They simply removed their helmets, placed their hands over their hearts, and bowed their heads in silent tribute to a little girl who'd endured too much, and a father who refused to let her face it alone. That afternoon, the school launched a kindness pledge program. Counselors began anti-bullying workshops. And every Friday, members of the Iron Hearts would ride past the school, not to intimidate, but to remind every child, you are seen, you are valued, you are protected. Lily never drew over her hero again. Instead, she drew 300 motorcycles, each with a name beneath it. Hers was the largest, right in the center, with Jake's hand around hers. Epilogue. A year later, Lily stood on stage at the school's Community Heroes Assembly.
She held up her newest drawing, a mural of riders, teachers, students, and parents, all holding hands around the school. "My daddy used to be lost," she said into the microphone, voice steady now. "But love brought him home, and when the world tried to make me feel small, he brought an army of kindness." The audience rose to their feet. Outside, engines hummed softly in the distance, not as a warning, but as a promise. Because sometimes the toughest-looking souls carry the gentlest hearts, and when they ride together, nothing can break the bond of a father's love and a community's courage. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us continue creating stories of hope, healing, and second chances. Don't forget to comment below. Where are you watching from today?